metropolis of Owensboro, Kentucky, in the United States of America. Casa del Armenderos. This house on a hill is reported to be one of America's most haunted residences. Occupants claim to have seen ghostly figures walking through the hall, and occasionally the residents claim to have heard ghostly voices or the sound of discordant piano music coming from the sitting room. Tonight, with the help of our favorite medium, Eric Decora, and his trusty spirit guide, Pam, we hold a vigil in this almost haunted residence. Will we find evidence of ghostly presence? Is this house haunted? We have 24 hours to find out. The house was constructed in the early 1900s and completed in 1910. It was a wedding gift from Marlon Armendaris to his son Pancho Armendaris. Pancho went off to war in 1917, only to return a changed man. In 1919, his homecoming was blighted by his nervous condition, which caused him to accuse his wife of promiscuous activity during his absence. Since her death in 1937, the elevator has not worked properly. Residents report hearing music coming from the sitting room and hearing ghostly noises in the dark and moldy cellar. Before we began our evening vigil, we interviewed current homeowner Ian Haynes and our favorite historian, William G.
I've been living in the home here about 3 to 4 years now. I didn't start to notice some occurrences right away. It was several weeks into staying here, and it just getting to the point where I was going to be settling into the homestead that we have here. It's an old family home, you know. So I started to hear some rattling of chains down in the cellar sometimes when I'm down doing the laundry. I wasn't quite sure what I'd heard. I thought it was machinery or such, but now that I'm getting to know the sounds of the houses, it's only been on a couple occasions down there that I do hear these chains, but they're very distinct. I know I'm hearing them. I've also found down in the basement, I often see a hooded figure. It's very tall. Now, after hearing the chains rattling around, I knew what I'd heard, and I decided to research the situation on the home, and found out that the story of Maria. Well, that was fine. I'm fine with ghosts, and it's the family ghost. I'm fine as living with them too, you know. But the tall hooded figure is personally the one that scares me, because this is not the figure of a woman. This is the figure that I don't understand. It's very unexplained, and I can feel this heat and this anger around it. And quite honestly, I don't know what it is. It scares the bejesus out of me, quite really.
Inhabitants of Casa de Armendaris have seen apparitions in various parts of the house. For instance, in the dining chamber, there have been reports of severe fluctuations in temperatures. One moment, frigidly cold, the next, explosively hot. The history of this chamber gives little insight into the origin of this phenomenon. There is a family story of a jilted suitor who was a guest at the wedding of Maria and Pancho Armendaris, who subsequently threw himself to his death. That would be one of the mysteries we hope to explore in tonight's program. There are two other paranormal phenomena which have been reported in the house, both apparently connected to the tragic marriage of Maria and Pancho Armendaris. Firstly, in the sitting room, where the newlyweds sat together with Maria playing piano for her husband, hopelessly tone deaf, but music-loving nonetheless. Of course, after the war and its poisonous effects upon Senor Armendaris, this room, which had known so much music and laughter in its early years, would become a solitary refuge of then 26-year-old Maria, mournfully playing her piano while her deranged and still jealous husband listened secretly in the library above. And finally, what we hope will be an opportunity to sit a vigil in the cellar, where Maria spent the majority of her final 10 years, before her untimely death at 36 by suicide, hung by the cut remnants of her very own wedding dress.
Now, the only other time that I really felt the eeriness and the presence of something actually physically here, I mean physically now, is when I came around here after taking the garbage out one morning like it is now. And through the corner of my eye, I see the piano keys. They're moving now. I don't necessarily see a figure. It could have been a reflection. You see the reflection through the window here. But I physically see the keys moving. Quite gave me a start that morning, really. I kind of bounded off around side, came in the back door, and I saw nothing then. I didn't feel that anger and the heat that I felt, so I didn't feel the fear that I sometimes feel. But I believe that would be Maria. I don't know. I don't know very little about the situations, really, of spirits and poltergeists. I've just gotten into it since I've moved here, but there was just that feeling of the physical movement. I know what I saw that morning.
Current homeowner Ian Haynes reports that on occasion there's a figure of a woman seen walking toward a beloved piano. It is believed that the woman is Maria. Will our medium, Eric Decora, pick up on Maria's ghostly presence? Let's find out whether or not he can identify the spirit of the sitting room pianist. Derek, do you feel any sort of presence in this room?
Yvette, I do. I feel a presence in this room. It's kind of a sad presence. I feel a spirit person who has a very sad story to tell. It's, she, like someone left her or went away.
Can you give us a name?
A name? Someone went away. Can you help me, Pam? Thank you, Pam. I'm getting a name. I'm getting a letter. Thank you, Pam. An M. I'm getting an M. I need the vision of an M. I have an M. No. Thank you, Pam. Mary. Mary. I'm getting a Mary name. A Mary name. And she was very sad spirit. She used to walk right through here. She would get up in the morning and she would walk here and she would walk here to this piano. She was a very good pianist.
Do you have a surname?
A surname for Mary. Pam, can you get me a surname for Mary, the pianist? What's that? She cannot come up with this. It's Mary. That's all she has is Mary. It's Mary. Mary.
Is the spirit grounded here, or is she in visitation?
She's a grounded spirit. I feel she's a very sad spirit. She was very sad. She would play her piano to bring herself out of that sadness.
What made her sad? Do you know what made her sad?
I go back to someone going away. Someone close to her has gone, has gone away. And I feel someone very close, maybe a husband, maybe a spouse, maybe someone very dear to her. I'm not getting in. Pam, do you have a name for the... I don't feel the spirit here. I'm only getting married, but someone has gone away. Someone has gone away from Mary. And she is very sad about that, very sad. So she has tried to take her sadness away by playing her piano. I feel, wait, thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. It's maybe a war. I'm getting bombs. I hear gunfire. I hear screaming. Men dying. I think it was a war. It's a very old house. I'm thinking the war, World War II. World War II. And I'm thinking, I think it was the Second World War. Yes, the Second World War. It was in what's that, Pam? I'm getting a number. 1812, the War of 1812. 1812. I don't know what that means.
Though it is believed a war separated the homeowners, that war was neither in 1812 nor in the mid-1900s. Instead, Pancho Armendariz fought in World War I.
Spirit has gone away. She's very sad, but I feel that he was gone away a long time, and she had feelings for him and urges.
What kind of urges?
I can't. Pam, can you read any of that? I see nothing from the edges further, other than that there were urges of it. But I do. What's that, Pam? Yes. Yes, I do feel. I feel a movement, a movement through this way, over towards this. Thank you, Pam. Towards a dining hall, or a very long table where people eat. It's like a dining hall. Very happy persons being in this room. Can we just go to the room? Yes.
Could it be Maria's ghost that haunts the dining hall of Casa del Armendariz? We're here in the dining hall of the Armendariz residence. As you recall, it was a wedding gift for the Armendariz nuptials. But not only were the nuptials held here, so was the reception. It is believed that a young man by the name of Bernard Haynes asked a beautiful young maiden to dance with him. Spurned, the young gentleman went to the second floor of this building and threw himself to his death. It is believed that the ghost of Bernard Haynes still walks the dining hall of Casa del Armendariz.
Anything about the little bit? Do you think anything special?
Yes, dear sir. I think I do. Thank you, Pam. I feel very happy spirit presence here in this room. It's a very happy room. Very happy room. Lots of goings on here. I feel the presence of many happy persons. Kind of like it's a reception or a party of some sort. A party of some sort. Very happy goings on here. It's a very happy room. This whole room is very happy. It's very happy. And I feel very much joy in this room. I feel much. What is that? What is that? What is that? I feel there is one soul that is very tormented in this room though. It's a very happy room, but there's one soul that is very tormented, very disturbed. Very disturbed.
You don't say.
I say it, I do it. It's as though it's a male. It's a male. What is that? Thank you, Pam. I'm getting a name. Thank you, Pam. It begins with a B. B. This male person who is tormented begins to be his beard. Like Bean. They call him Bean. Like his name is like it was like a nickname, like a string bean.
A pinto bean?
Well, it's more like it could have been a pinto bean, but it's more like a nickname. Like a string bean, pinto bean. But I'm saying more of a tormented spirit who took himself out of this place, this room, this very room. So it's a jumping bean. A jumping bean, a Mexican jumping bean.
After experiencing the spirit of what our medium Eric Decora believes was a Mexican jumping bean, he and our historian William G. decided to sit at the table and see if they could feel any other spirit.
Now, is there any any persons here, any spirit persons here that wish to speak to us in any sort of way, give us some sort of sign that you're here. Anything you can give us would be most grateful.
Do you think it's a bit hot?
It is quite hot in here.
It's cold now. It's hot.
It's very hot. I gotta get this water glaze off of me. It's very hot. You're very right. I don't understand how hot it is.
It's very hot on the sun.
Very hot.
Oh my God!
What the hell?
What the hell?
Did you see that?
See that?
Did you see that?
Did you see that? It just blew up in flames. It's got to be the spirit of the jumping bean. Mexican, that is.
Although we were all terribly frightened and shaken after what we experienced in the dining hall, Derek and I decided to hold a vigil in the cellar.
It's very cold down here. Yes, it is.
Oh
Maria,
my goodness.
is that you?
Oh my
Maria?
goodness. There was
What was that?
It was an orb that just went behind you.
Maria,
Oh my goodness.
is that you?
Maria,
Oh
my goodness.
Is that you?
Unable to determine the source of our orb, we continued the vigil. It's so dark in here.
It's very cold. This particular room is very cold compared to the other rooms in the cellar.
Are there any spirits present? Did you hear that?
It looks like they're coming from around.
Are there any spirit persons present? If you are here. Oh, did you feel that? Oh,
I heard that. Did you hear that?
I don't see anything, but something just grabbed my leg.
I think that was me.
Was it you?
I think so. When you bumped into me.
No, it was at the
heard-
bottom of my leg.
But I heard something.
I'm not joking. It touched me.
If there are any spirit persons down
I'm
here,
so scared.
it's okay.
No.
If there are any,
What's making that noise?
if there are any spirit persons down here that wish to be heard, please make a noise or a rattling sound of something. That was definite.
Oh, we've got to get out of here.
Definite.
We've got to get out of
Maria,
here.
is that you? Maria, is that you?
No, don't make us stay. Don't make us stay. For the time being, I'd had enough of the cellar, and Derek and myself returned to the top floor. Meanwhile, current homeowner Ian Haynes and our historian William G. decided to take up a vigil of their own in the home's library.
The library has been the site of many sounds that I've heard up here. It's very minor but thumping. This is be the first night that I've actually spent in this room since I've been living in the establishment here in the family home.
Are you afraid to be up here at night?
Well, I just hear the sound. It could be an old house settling. It's hard to tell, really. But this would be the first night that I've been up here, so I don't really know what to expect. What do you expect, really, on this? You've heard all the rumors.
I don't want to give too much. Could you be more specific about these noises? What do they suggest to you?
Well, often I hear the sound of light footsteps. But sometimes, and I've even practiced this by myself, I hear the sound of large books closing. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but that thump, the sound that they have, it emanates from this room over here. It just really does.
So you are not aware of Pancho Armendariz when he would stand up here secretly listen to his wife Maria play down below and in the sitting room.
Actually, it wasn't until you all came here that informed me about the whole circumstance. I knew the names, but I didn't know the stories.
Indeed. Well, are there any spirits here now? Can you give us a sign, a sound, perhaps? Are we in fact alone? or no?
I hear nothing.
All right. If you would like us to leave, please make some sort of noise.
Did you hear that?
I did. It was coming from this direction.
Was it over here? I heard something. Did you hear? I heard something over. It must have come from this room. It had to have. I don't. Lights are on. I don't see anyone.
There's no one here.
There's no one here at all.
What?
Do you hear the
Did you hear
footsteps? I hear the footsteps. My God. My God, did you hear all that? Look on the floor. There's a book. Down here.
After their experiences in the library, William G., our historian, traveled with Eric and homeowner Ian Haynes to the cellar where it is reported that a hooded figure has been seen.
We're gonna move down here in the cellar. What Maria was reported to be kept prisoner for those 10 years. Only allowed up into the upper room for 2 hours a day to play the piano in the sitting room. A schedule that was terribly consistent. We're here tonight to see if we can pick up a resonance of those nights, those hours, those 22 hours a day spent in the dark. Maria, if your spirit still resides here, let us know so we can be sure. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Nigel!
Nigel, did you hear that?
Hey? Bugger off, wanker. Got to see him on lunch, you bastard.
Gentlemen, unable to identify the source of the noises, continued to search for a more menacing and hooded figure.
She was doing some of the laundry.
Laundry, eh?
See, we've got a laundry room back over here, and she said she saw something while she was standing in front of the wash. But it's just right up in this way.
What the hell? Did you see that?
I didn't see anything. What did you see?
What? I thought I saw something move.
Well, let's move into this next room and see if we can see what we can see.
Further into the cellar, the gentleman experienced more ghastly and unexplainable noises.
Did you feel that?
I feel something cold on my...
Eric, what are you feeling?
Oh,
There's
God.
something cold on my
I saw
leg.
it. Did you see that?
It was something cold on my...
Eric, what are you feeling?
Oh,
There's
God.
something cold on
I
my
saw
leg.
it. Did you see that?
It was something cold on my...
Eric, what are you feeling?
Oh,
There's
God.
something cold on
I
my
saw
leg.
it. Did you see that?
It was... I'm getting a very... The spirit piercing. It was in anguish.
Was it a girl?
In
Was
anguish.
it a woman? Maria?
It is Maria. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. It is Maria. And Maria, the tormented spirit who was down here. The tormented spirit who was down here.
But she went upstairs.
Aye, she did.
Because most of the activity of the evening had taken place in the cellar, we decided that it would be the best place for a bit of table tipping. Though frightened by early experiences, I agreed to lead the first seance. We're here trying to find the spirit of Maria. Maria, are you here with us this evening? If you are... Did you hear that?
Something coming.
I heard that. Maria, is that you, dear? If it's you, please try to move the glass. Please try, Maria, to move the glass. Let us know. Did you see that? Maria?
Not moving a thing.
Maria? Do you want us to go? If you want us to go, please move the glass. It was during this time that our cameraman decided he'd gotten more than he'd bargained for, and so I stepped up and took the camera. Derek continued to ask questions of what we believe was the spirit, the home.
Maria, if you're here, really here, please give us a sign. We had this glass on the table. My God, did you
Yeah, I felt it.
Did you hear that?
Was that any of y'all?
Maria,
Do not
that was
invoke
you
the
who banged the
spirits.
table.
Do not
Please
invoke
do
the
it.
spirits. Oh.
This is way I do.
After spending the entire night at Casa del Armenderos, we experienced many incredible phenomena. Eric Decora picked up on the spirit of Maria, the displaced spirit of an unhappy pianist, as well as the tormented soul of young Bernard Haynes in the dining hall. In the library, William G. and homeowner Ian Haynes experienced an unwelcoming and unidentified spirit, perhaps that of Pancho de Armenderos. In the cellar, I was terrified by a disquieting touch, and the men witnessed a scary figure as Eric conjured an orb. Also, each of us felt the presence of Maria during our table-tipping experience. With all the activity and proof of paranormal goings-on, we have no doubt that Casa del Armenderos is almost haunted. Until next time, sleep tight.
An old manor called the Clock House. 24 hours to investigate the hauntings. Any spirits here?
If you want us to go, Maria, don't worry about it, darling. It'll be just fine.
Are you okay?
Maria, we are not here to Oh, my...
There's all sorts
Maria,
of
we're
things
not
going
here
on.
to harm you. But if you want us to go, please try and move the glass.
Moving.
She's moving before you even finish your sentence.
Is it really okay to touch?
It's okay.
I'm not Is
it's
somebody
warm.
moving? Is somebody moving this glass?
I'm not moving.
No,
I'm
don't
not
touch
moving it.
everyone off. Does it still move? It does.
Maria.
I'm getting a number.
What are you feeling?
What is it, William G?
It starts 1.
Glass is still
How
moving.
curious, how curious. One period? 1 period? No. 1 point. 1.414. 1.414.
What could it be?
That's not a date. This can't be a date.
1.414. The square root of 2, you wanker.
Take 2.
Take 2.
This house on the hill claims to be
Claims to be shit.
shite.
This house on the hill claims to be
It's
shite.
meant to be.
All right.
Event introduction, part 2, take 3.
Take 3.
Take what take? Take
Take 4.
4.
Hold a vigil in this almost haunted residence. Will we find evidence of ghostly presence? Is this house haunted? With the help of our trusty...
What was that? What was that? There she's. And
It was like a nickname, like a string bean. He was like a
Pinto bean?
thin- or a pinto. No, not pinto bean. It's like a string bean.
What? A pinto boy.
We're returning to our evening vigil. Oh, God. There's just terrible, frightful sounds that we keep hearing. And it's very recently that we heard these flipping boys shutting their... And so all I have to do when I'm trying to tape my scene is listen to them talk louder and louder and louder.
Sorry, it would have been great.
What's a cheese shop, is it? What's a cheese shop? Is another
Just so frightening things.
We're now going to meet the current resident of Almendares de la Casa. Ian Haynes, the bastard stepsons, niece's nephew, third cousin.
Once removed.
Hello.
Cut.
I've heard 7 is it.
Okay, put it out.
What?
Put it out.
Hey, Bill.
Cameraman Ian Nigel Winchester decided to hold vigil.
Nigel Winchester. Sounds.
Can't freaking Maria Armendaris, our medium Eric Decora, along with
With whom?
2 other people that I can't name.
No, but Christy, you're doing such a beautiful job.
Well, I mean, we need
I was
everybody
waiting
to say,
for
like, oh,
somebody
yeah,
else.
that's why I was like,
Did he cheat on you in any way? Do you feel this?
Oh, a lot of
She
shite, a
does.
lot of shite.
man, of course.
Wag, Babin! Babin!
It was the obvious answer.
There you go. There's my kitchen, right here.
I'm the walrus. Cuckoo, What's your name, leper?